Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm back, man. I had to do a little something real quick, but yeah. So I want to kind of finish up on what I was talking about. Um, as y'all know, man, what I was talking about is how we can survive or do more or talk to our children, our nephews, uncles, brothers, or whatever on how we can avoid a lot of the the deaths, unnecessary deaths, when we're dealing with police encounters. Um, so, like I was saying, like before I got off, like it's very important that we have these discussions, and we need more pastors involved. We need teachers. We need educators. We need community members, community leaders, law enforcement officials, whatever. Everybody needs to come to the table and start talking about how we can resolve or end these issues. Law enforcement needs to have that conversation with themselves and the community. But we, as people in the community, we got to be able to have these conversations with ourselves too, also, and we got to be honest about the situation. And I think a lot of times, we don't want to be honest because we feel that we're giving law enforcement a heads up, or we're giving what we would call the enemy, too much control over us. Just unnecessary things. Listen, like I said, I want my son to come home. If he's stopped by law enforcement, I'm gonna tell my son, listen, little Jonathan, daddy got your back. If the law enforcement officer tells you to step out the car, bro. If he say put your hands in the air and he pull a gun on you, put your hands in the air. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. If the law enforcement officer say go in your glove compartment and get your registration, I'm gonna tell my son, listen, if you don't want to reach in that glove compartment, you put your hands on the steering wheel and you explain, Mr. Officer, I would feel better if you went in the glove compartment or the console and got that registration. I love my children. Y'all love y'all children. We should not have to continue to see mothers crying, funerals, riots, no matter how many buildings they burn down, but your life ain't coming back. Your child ain't coming back. We got to get mothers, like I was saying before we got off, mothers, pull your young at the dinner table. You got young men 16, 17, 18, 15, 14. Talk to them. Say, listen, if you ever get in a situation with a law enforcement officer, let it go. Let mama handle it. I think we need to give them that reinforcement. Right. Yeah, my daughter, yeah, daughter too. Give them that reinforcement. Tell your child, listen, your mama got your back. Daddy got your back. If you feel like you've been violated, when you get home, we'll call an attorney. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you've been violated, we're going to go through all of the necessary steps. We're going to go down to the police department. We're going to file a complaint. I would rather have my child home with me filing a complaint, talking to a lawyer, going down to a lawyer office, than having Ben Crump on national television pleading for officers to get arrested because my child is dead. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. That's what we need to do. Talk to your child, man. Let's have honest conversations in the community. A lot of these deaths that we're seeing now, they could be avoided. They really can be avoided. I understand everybody, want to have that, fuck the police mentality, and, oink, oink, bang, bang, and all of that stuff there. At the end of the day, you can oink, oink, bang, bang. You can, scream, fuck the police. You can burn down the buildings. But if you dead, guess what? That oink, oink, bang, bang, that's going to be over with in a week or two. Whenever the next situation happens, everybody gonna move on without you. Everybody gonna move on without you. Your GoFundMe account, you're gonna spend up the little bit of money. When the money's gone, the protest is gone. When Benjamin Crump is gone, Al Sharpton went to another incident. Jesse Jackson then left. The cameras are gone. All you're gonna have is a grieving family looking at pictures of their son, husband, uncle, or whoever that was murdered by police officers in a situation where he resisted arrest and the officer pulled a gun out of him and shot him. And the officer's not going to jail. Like I said, in this situation right here, I know a lot of people gonna disagree with me. Oh man, niggas a sellout and a coon. And I really don't care. At this point, I'm beyond that. But in my opinion, the officers aren't going to jail in that case. That they just the officers not going to jail. The reason why I'm saying the officers not going to jail because these men pointed their gun at you, told you was fighting them, pulled out a gun on you, said, "Yo, stop." Nah, you didn't stop. You kept walking towards your car. You went in the car and you reached and they shot. You're not going to get a prosecutor that's going to charge those officers because the officer's like, yo, what am I supposed to do? A guy reached in his car and grabbed something after he was fighting us. What do you want me to do? You want me to get shot? What do you want me to do? So these are the things, man. You can't you got we have to be smarter and more tactical in our approach. And I'm gonna tell you like this: with all of the stuff going on right now, there's no way possible that you don't know by now that if you act like you're reaching for something after they tell you to stop, that you're not gonna get shot. Everybody in America right now should know that. If I walk outside and I'm walking and say somebody called the police on me and say, hey man, there's a suspicious black male walking in the neighborhood. He's 6'6", 350 pounds. And the police roll up on me and they say, sir, could you stop? And I say, no. And they say, sir, stop. No. Put your hands up, sir. No. And they tase me and it doesn't do nothing. And the officer pull out his gun and say, stop. If I keep going, what do I think is going to happen? They're going to shoot me. It could be dead wrong. But at the end of the day, whether it's right or wrong, if I'm dead, it's still not going to do me any good. Listen, one of the best lessons my dad taught me when I was driving, right? And this is like, I was like 15, 16 years old. I never forgot what my dad taught me when he taught me about driving. We were talking about who has the right of way. He said, listen, a semi truck or a big rig, they always have the right of way. Always. Because if you don't yield to that big old rig or that big old 14 wheeler, if they hit you, you dead. So it don't matter if you can't sue and say, oh, the 14 wheeler didn't have the right of way, you dead. So whether he had the right of way or not, but at the end of the day, you dead. So he always told me when I was driving, he said those big and the 14 wheelers, they always have the right of way on the road. Give it to them. Don't sit there and beep your horn. No, because if he hits you, it's automatically game over. Automatically game over. So don't sit there and argue with no 18 wheelers, a 14 wheeler. Don't argue with no big old 18 wheeler, about the right of way and who has the right of way in the street, because at the end of the day, you pull out in front of him, bro, you dead. He pull out in front of you, you dead. That's the same mentality that we need to have when dealing with law enforcement officials. That's the same thing. Hold on. Hold on. So yeah, we gotta be real careful. Got to be real careful. Um, it's almost like trying to um, trying to not take responsibility for our actions. We gotta take responsibility for what we do. Yo, I'm gonna end it like this. Parents, talk to your kids tonight, tomorrow. Talk to your kids. Let your kids know. Listen, this is what you do. Mama back. Dad your back. If you feel that an officer did you wrong, officer was too aggressive, I take you down to the police station later on. We'll file a complaint. Don't get into a verbal altercation. Don't do it. Because now, if you can show, when everything when what they say shit hits the fan, if you can show, hey, I was totally compliant, I didn't do nothing wrong. The officer came messing with me. You got more of a chance to win because it's gonna show that, hey, I really did nothing wrong. That's it. I'm just saying, use wisdom, man. We got to use wisdom. And it's not about being hard. Just because somebody might say, "Oh, you a punk." Don't. Who cares? Who cares what people say? I'm not in a casket. I'm living. I still live to see another day after this police encounter. That's the main goal. Get home to your family. You got a family to feed. You got kids. You got loved ones. You girlfriend, fiance, grandmother, grandfather. You got to get home to your people. You might run a business. You might be in the prime of your life. 30s, you doing good, bro. You don't have time to be in no wheelchair because you was fighting with the police and he shot you. You don't got time for that. I bet you right now, if Rashard Brooks could come back to life, he would not have ran from the police. And I'm just saying that. I know y'all, I might get mad, but I guarantee you, if Rashard Brooks could come back to life and do it again, he would not have fought the officer. He wouldn't have ran. He would have probably got in the car and said, "Hey, take me to jail. I get out on my little DUI tomorrow, and I'm home." Because now he got his kids. They missing him. The kids probably crying every day. Where's daddy? Where's daddy? Where daddy dead? Why? Because he got into a scuffle with the police. The police killed him. All I'm saying, take a deep breath. You get in them situations, just take a deep breath, hold your composure, just chill, relax, cool out. Because at the end of the day, you got to come home to your family, your kids. That's the most important thing. We don't want to see any more mothers crying. We don't need to see mothers grieving. We tired, man. Tired of going to vigils, tired of the GoFundMe accounts, tired of the riots. I mean, there's going to be times where police go overboard and really, okay, we could deal with those. We deal with those. But try your hardest to avoid that situation altogether. Because at least at the end of the day, you can say, I did everything to avoid conflict. That's the thing. Conflict management. Conflict management. Listen, I avoided everything. The officer said stop. I stopped. He pulled a gun out on me, said stop. I didn't keep going. Do what you can to get home to your family, man. Your family needs you. Like, your family needs you. The only thing that's gonna happen, the only people that's gonna benefit off your death is Black Lives Matter, and they're gonna get more donations that go into the Democratic Party, and you don't know where that money went at. But they got up all these posts saying say his name and all of that, and these people benefiting off you. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna have some looters come out. They benefited off of you. See, the looters gonna benefit more than your family because they're gonna go steal some TVs, steal some stuff. The looters gonna benefit. You're not benefiting. The looters benefiting. Black Lives Matter, they benefiting. They getting more. Every black man that gets killed in the streets, Black Lives Matter probably, the organization probably gets millions of dollars. It don't go to the family. You don't know where it goes at. Oh, it goes to the Democratic Party, from what reports have shown. So anytime a young black man gets killed in the street due to a negative police interaction, Black Lives Matter probably gets several $1,000,000, and it goes to the Democratic Party. So they getting paid off of your death. So of course they're not gonna talk to you about resolving conflict. They're not gonna talk to you about thinking smarter, because these individuals are getting paid off of seeing black men and white police officers in conflict. They getting a paycheck for that. That's why the media is gonna boost it up, because they get paid. That's ratings. Oh snap! A black dude got shot by a white cop. Boom. Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Oh shit. Let's go down there and protest. Boom. They put up their little GoFundMe account. Or they put up they donate to Black Lives Matter here. Your family don't get that money. The community don't get that money. Your friends don't get that money. Your children don't get that money. Let's be smart, man. Like, don't let people profit off of, misery like that. Let's be smarter. Let's be wise. Put it together, family. Much love. This is Brother Shakim. I'm in Aket. Share this video out. Talk to your family tonight. Talk to your daughters. Talk to your sons, and just let them know. If you get into any negative interaction with a law enforcement officer, mama wants you to come home, daddy wants you to come home. If it gets to a point to where you feel like it's getting out of hand, do what you need to do. I would rather my son tell the officer, you know what, officer, just go ahead and arrest me, because I don't know what this is going. I don't know what's going on. I would rather my son saying arrest me, because guess what? Dad coming to the rescue. At least I could get him out of jail for a minor incident. I can get my son out of jail, but I can't get him out that coffin. I can get my son, out of trouble. I can get my son charges dropped, but I can't get him out the casket. Right? So that's what it's about. Thinking. Let's be logical. Let's think smart. Encourage it. Talk to your kids, man. This is Brother Shakim Amenaket. Much love, y'all. Peace.